I want to show you something. We had a really hard freeze just a little over 2 weeks ago, down to 23 to 25 degrees. And that's why these peas have these brown spots on them. But today I want to take you around the rest of the garden and show you what's going on. And I think you'll be surprised. So stay tuned. Well, like I said, we had a super hard frost here the end of April. And it really set back these peas and onions. But that's part of gardening, especially here in central Pennsylvania. If you plant things too early in the spring, there's always that chance. They always say wait till after May 15th. I'm going to show you some of the rest of the damage, but I'm going to ask you to stick around and see the rest of my garden and share with me your problems that you may experience, because we can all learn from them. Let's go take a look at some of the rest of the garden. You can see the onions still have some of them spots on from the frost. The flowers took a real hit. Some of the strawberries have spots on. Everything in the front yard. The rose bush, the butterfly bush, the shrubs, the petunias. After I thought the frosting was over, we wouldn't have another frost, I planted some tomatoes in grow bags, and we actually had another light frost. It didn't hurt them too bad, but the ones that I had bought that were further along, wow, they look awful. And I'm not sure if I want to let them grow or pull them out. I'm going to get you to help me with that. And then I also planted some tomatoes in the raised beds. And then stick around, because we're going to do a planting of tomatoes. Let's just take a look at the tomatoes I planted in the grow bags. This one here is a red brandywine, looking pretty good. The light frost didn't hurt it bad. The delicious looks pretty good. This one here is a big beef, looking pretty good. And a Parks Whopper, the improved version, looking very good. But these were the ones, these are an earlier tomato, determinate tomato that won't get as high, but the cold, the frost, that light frost really almost did them in. And I'm not sure whether to pull them out and just replant in these bags or let them go. You can see that there was even some damage at the tops. What do you think I should do? Let me know. A quick look at the ones that I planted so far in this raised bed. This one is a large red cherry tomato. This one is a Sun Sugar cherry tomato. This is a Torenzo hybrid. The cold didn't hurt them too bad. And then this one is a Mountain Fresh. And I'm going to plant more tomatoes over on this side and then run a fence right through the middle, so I have tomatoes growing on each side of the fence. And then I'm going to take you now and show you a planting setup that I dreamed up, and hopefully it will work. Come along and look. Today I'm going to plant a couple tomatoes, and I'm going to show you this idea I have. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work, but if you can see this arch, I'm going to put this arch, I'm going to put one end in a grow bag and the other end in a grow bag, and I'm going to plant a tomato on each end so it can use the arch for support as it grows. And then I'm hanging strings from the arch down, and my plan is to put grow bags of cucumbers in the middle and allow them to climb the string. What do you think? You think that's going to work? I guess we'll find out in due time. I'm going to go ahead and get the planting, and after I have it all set up, I'll show you. I have this partially set up. I just have to put some more dirt in the grow bags. I'm using 20-gallon grow bags, and I'm going to plant large heirloom tomatoes in here. And I hope you can see the strings that I have hanging down for the cucumbers that I'm going to plant in between. Very windy out here this morning. I'm going to just got done filling up these grow bags for the cucumbers, which I'm going to plant at a little bit later time. It's a very cool morning. If you notice, I folded down the tops of the grow bags. These are 20-pound grow bags and they take a lot of soil. It can be very expensive, but I'm going to use the top 2 to 3 inches for mulch, but not until after the plants are established. Okay, I'll finish this setup. I'm going to go ahead and water these down really good before planting. I used a soil mix of last year's soil from the potatoes because it gets really expensive to completely use new soil. Put some potting mix in, I put some Miracle-Gro soil in, and I put some compost in. It will drain very well. Now I wanted to tell you I'm going to plant a Cherokee Purple in this grow bag, and I'm going to plant a rainbow, a large rainbow heirloom in this grow bag. How many of you ever heard of rainbow heirlooms before? I never grew them before. Wanted to show you the tomato plant before I plant it. It is a Cherokee Purple tomato. I bought it from a different greenhouse, so it has a lot of what I call lower limbs on it. So I'm going to take a lot of them off and then try and plant it as deep as I can. I'm going to go ahead and put some copper fungicide on here. Just, it's so windy I don't want it to blow away, but it'll help guard against the early blight. Dig my hole. The plant here is pretty stubby. I'm going to try pinching these off, but it's not going to work because they're pretty tough. So I'm just going to use a scissors to take these off. Get all the lower limbs off of it. Going to bury as much as I possibly can. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 limbs up there yet. This one may have to come off also. Depends how deep I get it in the ground here. These are getting fairly root bound. They've been in a while, but I think instead of me distorting them, I'm just going to plant it down in there. I think I can go a little bit deeper. I'll put a little bit of soil around here, then I'm going to add a tablespoon of bone meal. I did a video a while back on how to plant tomatoes in a container. About a tablespoon of bone meal there, and fill in on around it, and add a tablespoon of this organic tomato tone, maybe 2 tablespoons. That should help to get them off to a good start. And then I'm going to just fill in all the way around that plant. And then I'll water it in real good. I'm not going to show you the whole process on the next one, but I'm going to do the same with the rainbow. You can see that this wasn't planted in nearly as big a pot. And I wanted you to see the rainbow blend heirloom. And I'm just going to go ahead and plant this one in this grow bag over here. I hope you can see how I set that up. What do you think? You think it's going to work or not? Cherokee Purple, rainbow blend. I'll plant cucumbers in the middle at a later date, so stay tuned for more videos in the near future. Here I have my row of grow bag potatoes. Potatoes can take a little bit of patience for them to get started and come out of the ground, but once they're out of the ground, there's a lot of satisfaction there that, oh wow, maybe they're growing. I have one bag here that had a problem. What do you think that problem is? I'll tell you in a second. Just show you each bag really quick. You can see they're almost all sprouted. Oh, when I get to this bag, there was no potatoes. I couldn't figure it out. Well, when you get to be over 65, you get forgetful. And I forgot to plant any in this one. I did plant in there now. They're all sprouted, ready to grow. We had a hard rain the other night, so they look a little yellow. They probably got a lot of rain. This one here was the one I planted early and took in the garage. Look at that. It's starting to get flowers on already. That is an Eva potato. The rest of these are all sprouted. All right, now these are those Bareroot strawberries that I purchased from the FFA. I have a granddaughter in the FFA, and I didn't know exactly what to do with them, so I just transplanted them in containers so I can take them in over the winter, because they're going to do a lot better next year. They really don't produce fruit the first year. I don't know whether to let these blossoms on, these ever bearing or not, but I'll show you up close what they look like. There's a lot of growth on them. I think you can see this one has blossoms on it. So does that one. They're not looking real bad. There's some new growth down in the middle of the crowns. Look at that new growth in there. So I think they're going to take pretty good for this year. These are a little further on behind. They're a different brand, I think, but they still have some growth in them. The cold touched them a little bit. These little ones here even have some blossoms on. You tell me, should I pull the blossoms off? Just let them root? All right, let's look at the rest real quick. The radishes are looking really, really good. Don't have a whole lot to say about them. They look really good to me. These are mammoth peas that I planted. These did not get the brown spots. They were not in the frost. They are probably maybe going to catch and pass the ones that I planted earlier. The red beets are looking fairly good. They all came up, I think, and it takes a little while for them, but when they get so high, I'll put some fresh dirt around them because I don't want them exposed. Red beets grow better under the ground. Give you a close-up of them. Thank you so much for walking the garden with me and helping me plant tomato plants. This is about you helping me and me helping you. I'm not an expert here, and I'm learning as I go. I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to YouTubing. But if you like this content, like and subscribe and leave a comment. I got some comments on how other people grow their potatoes, and from a lot of different areas in the United Kingdom and Australia. So I am so tickled with this project that I'm doing, and I hope it is encouraging you to want to grow things and put things on your own table. Again, I think it's a God-given gift that we have to be able to plant things and grow things and put some of our own items on the table. You don't have to start big. Believe me, I only started my first year or two with a few grow bags, and this is what it's led into. So anyhow, I'm going to put a link below on some of my past videos, and also stay tuned for some future videos of planting. You know, I have other things to plant yet. These cucumbers and peppers and squash and some things like that. I've just been waiting for the warm up, and it looks like it's right around the corner. God's blessings to all of you. Thanks again.